with the stream.
Realize and look back at the full flexibility of the program. So you see all these so well academically and gone on to success. Because at the end of the day, it really is all about success in life. Great stuff from WHL Commissioner Ron Robison and WHL Vice President of Operations Greg Gardner. Zach, as a player in through the Western Hockey, as your WHL, what can you tell everybody at home
Whl Draft
what impact that had on your life?
It's had a huge impact, but I think the one part people don't understand is how easy it is to access. It is an email you get in the, I believe that they send it out in June, and all you do is you fill out a one-page paper to the office, and it covers all the compulsory fees for the year. For myself, I ended up going to 3 different post-secondary institutions. I went to St. Thomas to play youth sports hockey, CCIT, where I got a diploma in radio and media, and then I transferred to Royal Roads University in Victoria, where I got a degree in communication. So it is a very, very versatile scholarship. I like to say it's a scholarship that players earn, and it will go wherever they want to, wherever career they want to pursue.
We're looking at you today, and you're sitting here putting that communications degree to good use. So, clearly it's had a positive impact. For families and players watching at home, if you've got any questions on the WHL scholarship, plenty of information available for you. Zach, let's move along here. We're about 16 minutes out from the WHL Bantam Draft. We've already covered Connor Bedard and the Regina Pats. We've still got plenty of we anticipate number 2 and number 3 slots of the draft. So, what are you expecting the top talent that we're looking at in the next 2 picks here?
Well, I think it's pretty certain to say that the next 2 picks are going to be 2 teammates from Saskatoon, and Riley Height and Brady Agner. We don't know. We expect that both these 2 players have been playing together for the past 3 years. They played top a year this year for Mid AAA. You might be wondering why they 3 points respectively in the Saskatchewan Bantam AA League. So they needed to increase the competition. They moved up to arguably the most difficult in Western Canada, and I'd argue in the entire country. Incredibly well. Both of them had very good seasons, but both of them also continued that development throughout the season. When they got to playoffs, over a point a game in the playoffs. So that's these players that are playing up with sometimes 4 years they are. They really excelled. And we expect both those 2 players to go off the board at number 2 and number 3.
The Prince George Cougars hold that number 2 pick. The Moose Jaw Warriors with the number 3 pick. You're looking in that Saskatchewan area, Regina, Moose Jaw, certainly a lot of exciting things to come in that area, and obviously the Prince George Cougars make an impact with the number 2 overall pick. Here's Zach. Connor Bedard is the top guy out of British Columbia, but I know that you're excited about a number of other top prospects. What do you expect?
See how
Alright, my audio's
draft. There are so many good defensemen in this draft available, and 2 of them that we can just mention off the top. They played each other about 9 times this year. 2 very competitive young men from Delta Hockey Academy, Tanner Molendick from Yale Hockey Academy. Were the Defenseman of the Year award at the Canadian Sports School. Molendick ended up winning it. Vajrasevic he's a very talented player. He's a power play quarterback. He's a little bit of a riverboat gambler. While Molendick, he's more of your calm before the storm. He's is going to be in those situations when there's 10 seconds left, down 6 on 4, and you need somebody to get the puck down the ice. That's where Tanner's going to come in and be a really key factor for any team that gets him.
Perfect. Well, of impact you had the chance to catch up with Josh Morrissey. He is now of the Winnipeg Jets. He spent a little bit of time in BC during his WHL career, winning a WHL championship with the Kelowna Rockets. Let's hear a little bit of that interview from earlier this week.
Those players are going after now. What advice would you give to a guy like me, sixth overall? Some guys are going to go undrafted. Some guys are going to be third or fourth round picks. But what do you think for a team like have players, sports team right now, who want to get to where you are? You look at the players in the NHL, you look at the history of Western hockey. You know, at the end of the day, the way I always viewed it was it seems like not sure if it might be 100% possible, why not? At that point, I think the thing that I've really, I guess, learned at this point in my career is like, you know, whether it was hockey, draft, or
The draft still isn't starting. It's 10 minutes after it said it was going to start. 8. So...
on the power play to move up the lineup and break through from the minor leagues to the NHL or whatnot. So there's always going to be like.
Whenever it starts, I'm going to tell you picks and stuff.
But you know, later, a month later, a year later, it's all relative. So I think, you know, of course, when drafting comes, obviously it's exciting for a lot of guys. But realistically, you know, not to lose those dreams again. You still have to make the most of it, whether you're, you know, guys get high picks and they show and phenomenal players, but there's some historic guys, you know, phenomenal, outstanding, so they really just have to make the most of the opportunity.
Alright. So, I'm going to get back to this franchise mode in a few seconds. I just need a second to get a few things.
Morrissey of the Winnipeg Jets, and that makes for a nice little transition. Spent time in BC, but he's a Calgary kid. He's an Alberta product. Zach, what do you expect out of the Alberta the WHL band?
Yeah, I mean, it works out perfect because, you know, Josh is from Alberta. He's a defenseman. He was a first-round pick in the Western Hockey League, and they're going to have a few of those this year. I think one of the guys that a lot of people have their eyes on is the Lloydminster Bobcats Midget AAA team. This is another player who played this season. He put up 12 points this year, which, you know, isn't going to blow anybody out of the water. He was asked the defensive role. Last year, Bantam Hockey League, as first-year player, scored 20 goals, added 27 assists. He scored 23 goals, 27 assists for 50 points, and had an defenseman in the Alberta Major Bantam Hockey League. Also, on defense, another very good player. He might slip a little bit just because the team he was on wasn't as good as what they were. He's actually been featured heavily by the Western Hockey League communications coordinator, Robert Murray, when he was the sports editor in Fort McMurray. So, has had a lot of the exposure so far. He's a big defenseman. He moves the puck very well, incredibly consistent, and a guy who's going to step into the Western Hockey League lineup. By the time he's 18, he can be that number one defenseman.
Great stuff. So once again, expecting another strong crop out of Alberta. Zach, let's move right along. Saskatchewan, you kind of touched on the top two. He comes out of the land of living skies. Who comes?
I think that's former Western Hockey League player, and that's Kalen Wynn. He played for Swift Current. Bantam, he averaged 2.5 goals a game.
Holy
27
shit.
games he scored a pretty big amount of goals. He scored goals, 52 assists for 120 points, but also 90
This guy averaged 2.5 fucking goals a game.
Being involved in the game, and quite frankly, I think he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He also wanted to play this year, Saskatchewan hockey.
I mean, I had almost 3 goals per game this year, but I fight nowhere near these guys' level.
A guy that I think is going to be a tremendous tremendous player when he gets to the left. Much like Louisville.
All right. Well, we've got one province left, Keystone Province, furthest east in Western Hockey League territory. Zach, what can you tell us about the prospects through they're heading into today?
Manitoba again, kind of a down year for them. It wasn't the best season for big Bantam Whl Central, the province of Manitoba, but some really, really high-end forwards. I'd like to talk about is he played Whaley, 100 points, natural leader. He's tremendously good and tight with the puck along the walls. Gets off the walls quickly to trade off. Second guy set a new with 130 points in 36 games, including 74 goals. Natural goal scorer. Another smaller forward with that floats very quick, uses edges incredibly well, and should transition pretty smoothly.
Zach, we appreciate your expertise when it comes to that thing. Nobody knows better than you do. You spend a lot of time in the ring, so thanks for that. We're getting close here. We're about 6 minutes out from the start of the first round of the 2020 WHL Bantam Draft. It's a big day for the 22 WHL clubs. But Zach, I know you've got some important messages that you want to relay to everybody. Just to kind of keep things in perspective and manage expectations on what can be a high pressure day.
Yeah, it is a big day. Day, but it's one day, and that's the way you need. It's one day in your evaluation process. You heard what Josh Morrissey said in that clip we heard a little bit earlier. Q4 is an invite to training camp. The draft doesn't decide the player you are. You do. Don't let.
Perfect. Well, thanks for that, Zach. We will be right back after a quick message. We'll be ready for the first round of the 2020 WHL Bantam Draft.
Yeah, for me it was just easy because my brother already signed last year. My parents' first goal. My goal was to get to the last year from that stuff. Now the rest is just forward and the challenge, you have that in your back.
It's been great. Leaving home at 16 can be difficult, but to make sure that I'm still with family, I'm very thankful for the opportunity that I got to play in the Western Hockey League. I just saw the Western Hockey League as the quickest route to the NHL. At a young age, you get ready.
Peyton, Carter Hart, Dylan Cousins, just a few of the names that have come through the WHL Bantam Draft in years past, and many of which who are already going on to great NHL careers. We are now 4 minutes out from the start of the first round of the 2020 WHL Bantam Draft. We'll roll right into some welcoming messages. Usually, we're in a conference hall. Western Ron Robinson has the opportunity to stand up and deliver his welcoming message. We don't have that luxury today. He's prepared something for us. I'm going to read it out for you folks at home. So here we are. Welcome from Western Hockey League Commissioner Robinson. These are very challenging times for the world and the game of hockey. For the first time in the balance of our WHL regular season playoffs, as well as the 2020 Memorial Cup. Safety of our prospects, players, parents, fans, league personnel will always be the top priority for the WHL, and we certainly hope everyone is staying healthy and staying safe during this unprecedented. As a further measure to address the COVID-19, the WHL is conducting our Bantam Draft entirely online this year. This new format will not the excitement surrounding the event as our prospects and their families wait to see which WHL they will be selected by. prospects not selected in this year's draft, you should not be concerned. Throughout our region remains a for all our and Jamie Benn are examples of players who were not selected in the WHL Bantam draft, but went on to have outstanding WHL.
Police approach with him.
Oh, it wasn't even
Playing
live.
first minute power. Maybe
I was way
he
behind.
might get that opportunity. 17. They're going to teach him how to play deep hockey league, let him develop his confidence, and then let him explode the 17, 18, 19-year-old years in the Western Hockey League.
Overage in Saskatoon, a couple key defensemen. Absolutely makes sense when you look at that. Scott Walford, he moves on. A very hockey league the past two seasons, particularly with the Blades this past year. Mean as well, moving on as an overage on the blue line. So, a couple key spots to fill there for the Blades moving forward. So that the defenseman Tanner Molendijk definitely makes sense from a long-term perspective. We're waiting now on the 6th overall pick. That pick lies in the hands of the Red Deer Rebels. So they're on the clock at this point. We're waiting for that pick to be entered here. But, General Manager Brent Sutter, he's the old cowboy at the table. He's been around the Western Hockey League. And, I know it was an unconventional or an uncharacteristic down year for the Rebels, Zach, but for them to look forward to here with the 6th overall selection.